You are live.
Is the live mean live, or is that little circle mean we're live?
You're good.
We're good?
There you go.
Uh-oh. I don't see. Uh-oh. Yeah,
Yes,
see? There we go.
Where'd it go?
So if anyone's listening, we're just having a little bit of difficulty.
There we go.
We set?
Yeah, you're good.
So I need anyone out there who might be on, if you could just send me a thing to let me know that sound is okay and that video is okay. So it's 12:05. I apologize for being late. We're trying to do some creative things. Cameron, thanks, my friend. You came through at the end. Cameron, aren't you supposed to be at school or something, man? What are you doing at home? But no, thank you. I appreciate that. I apologize for being a few minutes late. We were trying to get a couple things done. You know, we had our promotion ceremony last week, and some very critical portions. Our newest assistant chief, our captains and lieutenants. So we had to make some hard decisions about sergeant, and that was the discussion I just walked out of. And those are some hard decisions. So we're still. I was hoping to get some things solidified. We're still trying to battle through, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So Cameron, thanks for joining us today. Prince, hello from Suffolk. Appreciate you being there. South Ireland, thank you for that. Christmas break, Cameron. Christmas break. Aren't you supposed to be in like a study hall somewhere, my friend? Anna Whalen, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Anna, for pointing out that I'm late. I appreciate that. That I can always count on you to be right on. Very correct. Make sure I haven't missed anybody. So this will be this is my opportunity to spend a little bit of time with you. Ms. Lasser, thank you. Appreciate you being here. This is my time to spend a little bit of time with you right before the Christmas holiday. Hey man, weren't we just like at Thanksgiving yesterday? It's like timelines. But what I like to do in these conversations, I give you a little bit of update of where the city sits. There's a lot of talk right now among the 7 cities, a lot of talk in the Hampton Roads area, a lot of talk in our state, and really across our country about gun violence. We're going to spend some time talking about that today. I want to talk to you about what we're doing with our recruiting. I'm trying to get an interview set up with one of the, we were contacted by one of the media outlets. I know they want to do a recruiting interview, but today it's just a tough day. I'm just back to back. I just canceled 2 other meetings because some other things I've got to get done today in this department, and that's my focus. We're going to talk about holiday. We're going to talk about homicides, some things, key elements as we move forward, and then I also want to talk about a loss that this department had over the weekend. So I will do my very best to keep up with individuals posting through. Sometimes there are glitches with Facebook. Is Facebook the right term now?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still the right term? Sometimes we have some glitches. If I miss someone, I will apologize now in advance. We do go back over these and try to work those out. But those are some of the topics that I want to talk about. So any that I miss, please charge it to my heart or the technology. But we will hit you. So Cameron, I got you. Good afternoon, Chief. I hope you're doing well today. Am I reading that right? Is that Faraz? Am I saying that correctly? Thanks for being here. Christopher, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you being here today. Scroll down for me just a little bit. Julian, good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Jules, I said Julian. Jules, thank you. I appreciate you joining us. I don't know about that amazing part, but I'm trying. I'm telling you, this is a great department. This is a great city. And by some things that come out of here today, I'm trying to make some things happen before Christmas breaks, some notifications. We ran into a snag, but I'll tell you this. I'm committed to get it done today. That's why I had to cancel some other meetings I had. We're going to get it done today. We're going to get it fixed. Ms. Lasser, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Scrolling down. Good afternoon. This Allison, 13 News Now reporter. I've been a few questions for today's chat with Chief Such Fellow shooting death at the press conference last week. You said you weren't ruling out gang activity. Do we know anything? So I can tell you, I appreciate you being on, but there is no way that I'm going to talk openly about an ongoing investigation on through social media. I just can't do that. Um, I'm allowing the detectives to move forward and do what they're doing. We have some good leads, and I don't want to put anything out there right now, anything out there that'll hurt anything, and I would not do it in this forum to talk about an open case like that. I can't do that. Uh, Scrolling down, Miss Washington. Wow, Miss Washington, how thank you for that. I'm not. How did you know about that? I appreciate. I got to. She's talking about an award that I was humbled. I was humbled to get a group of women. Wow, I didn't know you were going to hit me with that. Thank you, but thank you very much. I didn't know you were going to hit me with that today. I was very humbled to receive that certificate award. We had a really good conversation. We have to we have to keep we have to keep it hush hush where I received that award at. I have to cross over into sister city. I didn't get it here in Newport News. I had to go over to my friends in Hampton to receive it. But I will tell you, I was very humbled. And I teased it was a great location there at the library, and I want to thank the individuals who nominated me and gave me that award. That was threw me off. It doesn't happen much, Miss Washington. But yes, thank you very much for that. Good afternoon from Alexandria, Virginia. Can't wait to get back down there for Christmas. Driving down on Thursday. Yes, get back here. Get out of that northern part of the state. Get back down here in the Hampton Roads area. That's exactly right. Anna says we keep freezing up. Are we having any problems with that you're seeing?
See it on our end.
So we haven't seen it yet on this end, Anna, but it doesn't mean it's not happening. If it is, I apologize. I know we had some problems with that last time too. So kind of let me know throughout if that's happening. Sylvia, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you so much for coming to the Young Adult Police Commissioners getting sworn in. We're going to talk a little bit about that today as well. That was a great event that we had a couple weeks ago, and I'm so excited for the youth in this city. They are fantastic people in that event. Man, just Lieutenant Morgan and her staff did an amazing job putting that together. And yeah, thank you for being there. Thank you for being there. I will make it there one day. I would love to personally thank you for Jules. I would love to meet you. Open invitation and my commitment. Whatever meeting I'm in, I will step out to meet you. I would love that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Is Isabella? Am I reading that right? Isabella, thank you very much. Thanks for being on today. Ella, thank you. Good afternoon. I appreciate you being here. John, from Wavy 10. Hope you're ready for the holidays. Wanted to ask you what the department is doing after a deadly shooting happened in Garden Drive a day after holding a Stop the Violence walk across the street. John, it's a great question. One of the things I want to talk today is about some of the recent gun violence we've had. In September, in October, in November, in December last year, so 2020. September, October, November, December, the last 4 months, last quarter of the year last year, we had 14 homicides in our city last year. We had got some things online here with technology. We had made some changes. So 14 homicides the last 4 months of the year last year. This year, we had one. So last year in September, we had 6 homicides. We had 4 in October. We had 2 in November and 2 in December, right? 6, 4, 2, and 2. 14 homicides last year, the last 4 months. We had 1 homicide in September this year. We had 1 homicide in October this year. We had 1 homicide in November this year. And we got off to a pretty good start in December, and then we had a rough week last week. Thus, so far, the last 4 months of this year, we've had 6 homicides compared to 14 that we had the last 4 months last year. And we had 3 last week. We had a homicide last Monday afternoon. We had a tragic loss at one of our high schools of a high school student Tuesday afternoon. or Tuesday evening, I should say, after the city council meeting that I had just left. And then, of course, John, we had a homicide Saturday afternoon. Really seeing the community come together, a lot of different entities, pastors and school board members, city councilmen coming together to hold conversations. As was a great meeting at Ivy Baptist Church. I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday morning of last week, as we talked about doing things. Dr. Vreeland and Achievable Dreams talked about hosting one of the first events to trying to give young people a safe place. So, John, to answer your question, you're right. We had a walk. I had 5 events on Saturday. I was able to make every single one of them, and myself and Chief Grinstead, and we ended off with a walk from Anderson Park down around Anderson Park on Saturday. And you're right. Later that day, or Sunday, we had a homicide not too far from where we walked. What I can say at this point is, out of the 5 homicides that we've had in the last 4 months, the homicide that we had in September is cleared by arrest. The homicide that we had in October is cleared by arrest. The homicide that we had in November is cleared by arrest. The homicide from Monday afternoon, that suspect has been identified, and a warrant is currently on file for that suspect from homicide Monday afternoon. The homicide that we had of a teenager in our city, another young man, not far from being a teenager or being a high school student himself, was arrested. That homicide has been cleared by an arrest. Still putting the cases together for court. The homicide that we had Saturday, I can tell you this: we have a good suspect, and the detectives are working hard. We do not have an arrest warrant yet, but they're working very, very hard, working with the Commonwealth Attorney to address that. We need some people to come forward. We know some people. We know that individuals in that apartment complex, we believe that several individuals have some key information. We need them to come forward. But I do believe that we will solve that case. I'm very confident we'll solve that case. And then my hope is that quickly we have our individual in custody, our suspect in custody from Monday afternoon's homicide of last week. So when you talk about, let me just scroll up, make sure I didn't miss any questions that John asked. When you asked me about, wanted to ask you about the department doing it, the technology you have, individuals come forward, and that's why I was trying to hit. That's why I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but I wanted to share with you the last homicides we've had the last 4 months. All of them have been solved, except the one from Garden, and I think that we're moving in the right direction. So we'll continue to push forward. But what are we doing as the police department? We're trying to solve the cases that occur and prevent those that. But I can tell you, when we talk about violence in Newport News in our city, we talk about violence in the Hampton Roads area, we talk about violence in this state. If we ask the question, if the question is, what is the police doing? We are already on the losing end. I can tell you now. We're 470 officers in this department. We have about 45 vacancies. We're trying hard to push a strong class in the month of January. But if the question is, what is the police department doing? I can tell you what we're doing, but if you ask me, is that going to stop the shootings in the city, it's going to take a lot more than that. A reporter asked me last week, Chief, what's the solution? And I can tell you, the solution is that multiple entities, individuals, and agencies and groups have to come together to address gun violence. We are 470 officers, so they don't work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you cut that in half, right, now you're down to 200 and what, 35, 240 people. The people who live in our neighborhoods and our communities, that live there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they're there. I even believe that our high school students know a lot of things that are going on through chatter and things that they say, and individuals that are going back and forth. We need those individuals to come to do is grab a gun and pull a trigger. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. We've seen issues at not only here in Newport News, but the school shooting in Michigan, individual that was being bullied. I met with Aubrey with Black Lives Matter, and we've talked about bullying and the dangers that covers. The dangers that how those issues have to be addressed. About gun violence and talk about the access to firearms, to talk about anger management, to talk about de-escalation, to be able to walk away from individuals that go back and forth. The answer is not about picking up a firearm, because once you pull that trigger, that projectile that comes out of that cannot come back. Can't bring that back. And I'm telling you, I was just on a phone call today with a mother, actually 2 phone calls today, with individuals who've lost loved ones to gun violence. Especially those recently this year that have lost loved ones as we go around the holiday seasons. I know from our homicide support group, I know from talking to individuals on the phone, meeting people on the street corners in the middle of the night, in the afternoon, the tears and frustrations they have, how hard it's going to be to get through the holidays. I understand that. And I know that any arrest we make does not bring anyone back. It may provide some closure, but it doesn't bring anyone back. I've talked to several families throughout the year. I know it's hard. Our homicide support group, we have to bring people together. I know it's hard. But it's going to take individuals coming together and individuals being able to stand up and individuals supporting one another. That we're not going to tolerate acts of violence and gun violence in our city, and that we move swiftly to address it. But I think we have to move on those front ends, right? Individuals that do I join a group, a gang, an association where I'm not feeling any love from these other entities, from places that I'm in, my neighborhood, my family, my school, my church, the police department. If no one's helping me, and here this group is willing to take me in and spend time with me, I can understand why people would choose that. But I'm telling you, that's the wrong choice. Because most of the individuals that partake in violence, especially gun violence, it only ends a couple different ways. That stuff circles back around, or you spend years of your life locked away behind bars because of an act and a heat of passion and anger and frustration that you pull the trigger of a firearm. And I'm telling you, there are other ways. If those individuals out there that are partaking in that lifestyle, that are involved in any type of gang activity, are surrounding themselves and trying to find something that they're missing in that, I'm telling you, if you reach out to the police department, I will help you. I will help you. There is a better alternative. I care about you, and your life matters to me. The decisions that you make matter to me. And if you want help, if you reach out to the police department, tell them, I want to talk to the chief, I want out of this situation, I need help getting away from this mess that I'm in, whatever it might be, I'm telling you, I've got a lot of entities in this city. This city cares about you, and I'm telling you, I care about you. You matter to me. Don't make a mistake that you can never take back, or that you've got to solve by spending the next 25 to 30 years behind bars. Two families now have lost loved ones because of that incident that happened at Mitchellville High School. The family that lost a loved one to death, to gun violence, and the other that has been arrested for it. I'm telling you, Newport News, we're better than that. And I will help you. It is my commitment to help you. I have talked to pastors that have called me late at night and early in the morning, city manager and city council members who I've talked to all weekend. I was at 5 different events, and it was the same conversation at each event. What can we do? I'm telling you, if you're out there, if you know someone that's involved in something that they want to get away from, and they feel like nobody cares about them, I'm telling you, I do. It hurts me. It hurts me to get phone calls, to stand on street corners, to see loved ones crying over someone's life that's been taken by a senseless act of violence. Whether it's domestic, anger, frustration, social media, ex-boyfriend, new boyfriend, gang, just because you're in a particular gang or because you run with a particular group or because you live in a certain neighborhood or zip code, I'm telling you, it matters to me. I would not put on this badge and this uniform if it didn't. Everyone has value. I can't tell you the number of pastors and people who have called and said, we're praying for the city, we're praying for the police department, we're praying for those families. Is there anything we can do? And I'm telling you, there are things we can do. If you reach out to me, we will make some things happen. This is hard work. It's not a standing behind a podium for a camera. It is hard work, and I'm committed to it. I wouldn't be doing it for almost 30 years if I wasn't. You all matter to me, and we're better than this. Our communities are better than this. But on the other side, let me say this while I'm here, and don't hang up on me. But I still have the utmost faith in the youth of this city. I believe that we're doing great things in this city. We're revitalizing a neighborhood in the South. We're expanding. We're improving. And there are success stories. Think back to graduation days. People that are investing in this community, moving back into our neighborhoods. We've had 4 years or 3.5 years of, 4 years, that's right, 18, 19, 20, 4 years of crime reduction. I know we're having a rough year this year. I know it. I know we are. Our clearance rates, though, are some of the highest in the country. Our homicide clearance rate is almost 80%. That's unheard of. The national average is 62%. Those detectives work around the clock. And I'm telling you, just last week, 2 weeks ago, we had our young adult police commissioners get sworn in. It's the biggest class we've ever had. We have almost 28 students, representatives from each of our high schools that have experienced loss, that are experienced some concerns about going to some events. But they came out and their parents, and they interacted with the police department. And I'm telling you, they got sworn in by Judge Flythe. Destiny Smith, a former young adult police commissioner, was one of our guest speakers. Those are some powerful young people. The mayor's commissioners, the mayor's youth group, those are people who care about this community. I have faith. I think we have some of the most talented young people. I think we have some of the most talented teachers who commit to come to work in some hard environments. The kids that go through things they grow up with or surrounding, right? But they wrap their arms around people, and I still think that's the answer, is wrap our arms around our young people, our homeless people, our individuals in this community that have problems and suffer addictions. Everybody has value. And if we just stop and look at each other as a family, I think we can make a difference. I want communities and other cities and states to look at Newport News and say, man, they're getting it right. We're going to make mistakes along the way. I promise you. We are not always going to get it right. I promise you. But at least let us be bold enough to stand up and say we're sorry that this happened. I can tell you, I am sorry for everyone who's lost a loved one in this city to gun violence, whether it's this year, the last 5 years, or 25 years ago. I talked to a family today that had someone that was killed in the city back in March 2007. And you know what they said to me when we hung up? Thank you. They just want to know that their loved one's not forgotten. What I'm asking this city, this community, is to love each other. I'm telling you, I promise you, we can make a difference. But it is going to take multiple agencies, entities, people, neighborhoods, and resources. Not one entity can do it. I don't mean to go off on that. I'm telling you, I love the people of this community, and I love our youth, and I have a passion for this work, and it is hard. Anybody who tries to improve someone else's life, it is hard. Anyone that tries to make things better for groups and neighborhoods, it's hard work. It's heavy lifting. But if those are committed to do it, we can make great strides. All right, I know I probably missed 20 people. I'm sorry, Sarah. Sarah's looking at me like, oh my gosh.
There are some comments about it freezing up. That's been resolved.
Okay. So let's scroll back and let's see
Yeah,
where I left
Deanna.
off. Ms. Lasser, yes. I have a question. I'm rather new to the area, and I notice most on and off ramps have a yield sign, but no one yields. I've seen Newport News police officers fail to yield. Is it optional here? No, Dan, it's not optional. Those traffic laws should be obeyed. I will tell you, I've got recently some concerns about traffic enforcement. And we're trying to do some things. I've offered some overtime, but we are about 45 officers short, and I'm not able to concentrate on traffic as much as I have before, and it is something I'm very, very aware of. I'm really, really pushing to get 30 officers in this class. But to answer your question, it is not optional. and I would like to be doing more in traffic enforcement than I am. I probably had a conversation with the mayor about 3 weeks ago about pedestrians that are running out in the middle of the street. We've had 7 or 8 pedestrians killed this year, and of those, the majority have been the pedestrians' fault. They're not crossing at crosswalks. They're running across the street in areas that are not well lit, that are not designated to have people cross 5 and 6 lanes of traffic. They're wearing all dark clothing. Some that have been too much to drink, if you will. But no, it is not optional. Lavender. I'm sorry, Lavender. Happy holidays. Same to you. Thank you so much for what you do. Lavender is one of our young adult police commissioners from the start, and there's just something very, very special about Lavender. I appreciate that. Thank you. Robert, can't wait for the part of the process where I get to interview with you. Robert, man, let's get it moving, man. I cannot wait. Let's get down here and get it rolling. I want to get that. I am trying to build this organization, and I want people who come into this. We're going to teach people how to use all this stuff on our belts, right? We're going to teach you how to drive the cars. We're going to teach you how to use the computer equipment. We're going to teach you how to write the report. But I cannot teach people heart. You've got to have that. My hope is that you've got that from your parents and family and who you are at the core. That's what I'm trying to bring into this organization. People who care about other people. I can't wait, Robert. Outstanding. Wow, I finally took the step to become part of your team. Thank you, my friend. I pray you don't regret it. I thank you so much. I'll go with one more from Robert. I missed one, I believe.
It's not going out. Let me see.
Keith, Merry Christmas, Chief. Keith, I appreciate you, my friend. Please, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Be careful and take care of yourself. I think it was Jules, I believe it was, that I saw. But we'll try to refresh some of these. I just wanted to touch base, share a couple things with you. We had our promotion ceremony last week. Bishop Riddick and Gethsemane Baptist Church, so gracious, beautiful sanctuary. We promoted our newest assistant chief, our 3 lieutenants, and several lieutenants, 3 captains, and several sergeants. I encourage you to go on our Facebook page, take a look. That was a great ceremony. We had a lot of fun, and I was trying to get some other sergeant promotions in there, but timing, I just couldn't work it out. That's one of the things I've been trying to work on today. But I'm committed to make some notifications before Christmas. I owe that to people who've worked hard to get that. So we did have our holiday. We talked about our homicides. I will tell you, currently in the city, we have 28 homicides this year, and we ended last year with 25. So we have a difference of 3. As we look around, talk to other cities and some of the issues that we've had, most of our homicides, individuals who know each other, domestic, have arguments with each other, alcohol. Most of them are individuals that know each other. But I'm also have an eye on the shootings that we have as well, where it hasn't resulted in a homicide, right? Someone shot in the arm or the leg. Curtis, thank you. Oh, John, thank you. Thank you always for your thoroughness and appreciate that. It froze up a bit during your response.
That was earlier.
I'm sorry. We're working on it. I'm sorry. Do we need to shut down, Sarah?
No, the freezing has been resolved. It's just we've got too many people commenting again, so now it's not letting us go back any farther. So,
Allison, when dealing with gun violence across the area, we hear from chiefs that community involvement is key, especially when dealing with youth violence. When you see community unity march like Saturday, what does that involvement mean to you? How important is the community's help? So, Allison, it's vital. For one, I will tell you, one of the reporters asked me, what does it mean? I think that's part of the solution, right? That of different people coming together, pastors, teachers, school board members, grassroots organizations, larger groups, marching in solace, parents, youth, right? Everybody out there talking about the mission of reducing violence and taking care of our community and our young people. That it's refreshing, and I will tell you that's one of the things that keeps me going. I do believe, right? I believe that there's hope. I believe that God has greatly blessed this community, this department, and for people to come out on a Saturday. It was a little, I talked to Mr. Ely, the school board representative who put the event together, and he was concerned about the rain. We talked about it that morning. We talked about it the night before. We talked to each other later that day, that we were going to do it. He was going to move forward, and that's a commitment. People that came out that day on a Saturday, the Saturday before Christmas, that's a commitment, and that's refreshing. It's renewing, and when I talked with some young people that were walking faster than me, but we had some good conversations, and there was a lot of people from different backgrounds and different entities and different groups. It was very special. We actually walked just into Hampton and turned around and came back. So it means a lot. And I will tell you, if there's going to be a turn, right? If there's going to be a turn, it's going to be because the community turns it. That'll be Chief. Why were you down in homicides the following year? Why did you see a decrease? Because the community turned it around. Because teachers and pastors and business owners, and technology and officers and commitment and counselors and retired personnel who live in communities and young people provided information. We were able to get ahead of things before they exploded, right before someone pulled a trigger. That, hey, someone has a gun here, or someone is storing a gun there. We heard this. They were able to and diffuse things. That's how it'll turn around. Bethany, I'm a big fan of the father and son on your NMPD team, as the wonderful things your officers do in the community and with the dogs in the shelter. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Annette, good afternoon, Chief Drew. Thank you for all that you and your officers are doing for your city. I appreciate you being as transparent as you can without jeopardizing the cases. Thank you, Anthony. That means a lot. I know sometimes it gets frustrated. People want to hear things, and can you update us? And I know some of that's hard. Hold on, don't go too fast. Scroll back up for me.
They were just on.
Yep, frozen, still freezing up. Yep. Ms. Bradley Hill, Chief Drew, I pray God continues to keep you and guide you, your mind and your heart. And appreciate you, Ms. Bradley. I know you're always praying for individuals who have suffered loss for this community and department, and I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for that. I got son that is 6 years old and very concerned, being scared to send him to school. I totally understand. If there's anything I can do at all, be glad to meet with him and talk with him. But I understand, and I think my best advice to you is to listen to him. Hear him out, not just and I'm not saying that you haven't, but to let him express his concerns. And if there's anything that I or any officer can do, I'd be glad to send someone by, or you're welcome to come here and we'll sit down and have a conversation. We have a great partnership with our schools, Dr. Parker, and Rashard Wright and the whole school staff. We have a great relationship. We have some bumps in the roads, but we're able to work through those. And yeah, I understand you, sir. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Why use gun instead of just talking about the beef? I mean, it's common sense that you should know the consequences. Isabella, I agree. I agree. I don't know if it's understanding the why is important. I hear some say, well, we carry firearms because we're afraid. Okay, afraid of what? Tell me. Let's talk about it. What can we do different? Who's upset with you? Why would you be afraid? Who's that individual? I'm not asking you to stand out front with a sign on the street corner and say, hey, this I'm the one that told. We can get texts, information. I'm not asking you to broadcast that, but let us know, or let someone know. If you're not comfortable talking to the police, talk to a guidance counselor, a teacher, an employee, a pastor, a friend. Someone retired. It doesn't make any difference. But that information coming in is vital. It is vital to get ahead of situations and disrupt them, right? I wish I had 26 more officers that I could put one in every elementary school. That's how committed and important it is for me. I would love that. What are you saying needs to be said directly to the students? Gather them together in the gym and tell them what you're saying. Go as often as needed. Even if you can reach one student, the time commitment is worth it. Average students aren't watching these videos, but they need to hear your message. Wow, that's a great point. Sometimes when I think you bring people together in large groups, I don't know, is that better, or is it better in small groups where it can be more intimate, more one-on-one? I think sometimes in large groups people are afraid to raise their hand. But yeah, I'm open to anything. One of the things I'd like to do once we get past the new year, we did before, and then of course the pandemic hit. But I went to each high school and held a forum. I came to each high school and have other individuals, 4 or 5, forensic technicians, detectives, patrolmen, homicide detectives, and just fielded questions. And we had them put them on index cards, and we just talked a little bit. But I can tell you, if you know any young person that you want to forward this clip, right at 12:40, the young people of the city matter to me. Elementary school through high school, college, they matter to me. And I'm telling you, if you need help getting away from something or out of something, if you contact this police department, tell me you want to talk to the chief, I'm telling you, I will help you. I will find a way to help you. Brand, Chief, can you address recruitment efforts? How many vacancies does the department have and the challenges to address? So, Brandon, I can tell you we're right down about 45 officers. I was just in a meeting. That's actually why I was a little bit late today. We're down about 45 officers. The department is supposed to have 470. We were trying to fill the class in the academy for January, about mid-January, and my goal is to have 30 in that class. We're probably about halfway there. We're at 15 or 16, so we got about 30 more days to get them in. We've got several people in background, but yeah, and then you got to remember once they get here, it takes us 6 or 7 months to train them. Then they're in field training, but at least they're on the street. But in that field training, they're out there for 3 to 4 months. So it's almost a year before I can put them out on their own. But at least I have them here, and we have to keep that continually going. So once the academy starts in January, I'm going to turn right back around and probably look for academy in March. We've got to bring people into this organization. And, look, law enforcement's hard. People are retiring and not sticking around as longer. And some people are saying this job isn't for me. The climate, some officers don't feel appreciated, and their families like, why are we doing this? And I understand. I understand. I understand. Why are we doing this? If communities are frustrated with law enforcement, but I'm telling you, I believe that this department is open and transparent, committed to serving and protecting the citizens of the city. I promise you, we will make mistakes. There's no doubt. I make enough for everybody, believe me. But I'm humbled that we have the opportunity to work with our citizens and people in this community. I want good people to come to this organization. People have a good heart for people. But I'm not going to tolerate individuals that take advantage or try to take advantage of other people, to prey on other people. I don't want individuals afraid to go on their front porch. I don't want kids darting under the beds because they hear gunfire. I don't want that to be the norm. And some things are worth fighting for, and to me, that's it. So that's why I've been here almost 30 years in this profession. Chief Grinstead's been here almost 40 years, and he talks about the love he has for this community. So I understand that it may not be for everyone, and I understand that individuals may want to do something else. I get it. But those that stay with this profession, those that serve, I'm telling you, there is no greater reward. In this uniform and badge, we wake up every day and have the ability to improve and help somebody through some of those critical times they ever face in their life. And that is what makes this profession so amazing. Evelyn, do all schools have resource school officers assigned to them full time? Evelyn, the answer is no, they do not. I do not have enough staffing to do that. I would love to put an officer in every we have an officer in every high school. I'm unable to staff full-time the middle schools, of course, and not the elementary schools. I think there's 26 or 27, but I would love to have the ability. Before the pandemic hit, we had officers that adopted elementary schools, Jensen Elementary, but right now I don't have the ability to do that. But I would love to do it. It is a plan, but I have to have the resources to be able to do it. Allison, after the specific trouble areas, are there specific trouble areas of neighborhoods in Newport News that you have increased surveillance? I can tell you that there are areas that, it's a great question. There are areas that we have routinely over the last 5 years, data-driven, evidence-based, show us that we have crime issues. But I will tell you, a lot of our homicides are not in traditional locations this year. North Precinct has had more homicides than some of the others, and most of them are solved. But domestic relationships, and arguments in the North Precinct, that's something we had not seen before, and we had almost doubled in our homicides up in the North. So I don't want to go into the specifics about surveillance and those type of things, but I can tell you we do focus on areas where we have trouble through deployment, strategies, and technology, and we'll leave it at that. Okay. Like I said, on our homicides, we've got right around an 80% clearance rate, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Mary, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Latoya. Latoya, I'm doing well. I'm blessed, and I'm very thankful. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here today. Does the NNPD issue gun locks for free? I know there used to be a grant that paid for them, and local departments use them. Maybe it could apply for this type of grant. I have to check. I know that we have some gun locks that we've given out and provided people if they want them, but I'll have to check about a grant. Jason, thanks, Chief, for the humanizing the badge and the great improvements. Jason, I appreciate that. Thanks for being here, and I appreciate that. Rob Coleman, Merry Christmas right there, and thanks for everything you do for the community and kids. So let me stop there for a minute. Rob is runs our with Hal runs our Boys and Girls Club, and he is a friend. And whether he knows it or not, if he was sitting here beside me, he'd probably punch me. But he's a mentor to me. He vests his interest in this community. And we talk a lot about our youth. He's one of the first people that reached out to me, and especially after the shooting up at Mitchell High School. The death there, that he reached out to me and we had a long conversation. It was very meaningful. And we just talked about our passion for youth in this community and our city and what the Boys and Girls Club has done and are doing. And he even gave me some, talked about an idea he had that may help us get some guns off the street. We'll probably look at that after the first of the year. But he has a heart for people. And Rob, I want to tell you thank you for the conversations we have and the strategies and initiatives and all that the Boys and Girls Club, I see those kids. I'd love to come by and interact with them and the basketball leagues that we've had, and it's just a great place. We talk about safe places, and that's certainly one of them. And I appreciate what you do for this community and for this department, my friend. Thank you. Faith, Merry Christmas, Chief Drew, and all the awesome. Wait, you all are awesome, and you all do truly make a difference. I pray. Faith, thank you so much. That means a lot. I'll tell you, I will take every prayer that you have. I fully believe that makes a difference. Roderick, I haven't heard from you today, my friend. Maybe it took me a while to get down to you. Happy holidays, my friend. Thanks for being here. Felicia, Merry Christmas, Chief. Felicia, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Of the 28 homicides, have they all been closed or any unsolved? So out of 28 homicides this year, I will tell you our clearance rate is 80%. We talked on this a little bit earlier, Evelyn. The national average is 62.3. Our clearance rate is 80%. And I do get a briefing at the end of the year on all the open homicides. They have done an amazing job, but we have staffed our detectives and put training there. We broke it instead of just doing, instead of the homicide detectives doing every shooting. We separated that. We have a homicide division, an aggravated assault division, a special victims division, and now even a domestic violence to try to take the burden. The clearance rates are much higher when you have individuals who can focus on one particular thing. So that's what they've done. We've had that about the last 3 years now, and we've seen our clearance rates do very, very well. So yes, there are some that are unsolved, but there are. I will tell you this: I think there's only one that we're really struggling with. We don't have much leads. Everything else has good traction and momentum. Sometimes it's waiting for lab results to come back, for citizens to agree to testify, putting all those missing pieces together. And I'll tell you what, we have a great relationship with the Commonwealth Attorney's Office, Mr. Gwynn and his office, as we talk through what's the best strategy. I'm actually going to meet with him after the first of the year, and we're going to talk about some of the gun violence that we see in the city and what may be some of the root cause and some things we can do together. And he's a mentor to me, and some strategies, ideas, and thoughts he has, because I'm open. I don't think we can rule out anything. And I want this department to be progressive and be on the forefront of some things that we're doing. I know that we are in the state in technology. I can promise you that. Megan, thanks for marshaling our. Oh yeah, for the holiday parade over on Hilton Main Street. Yeah, we would love some police presence on the roads in Hilton Village, especially. Megan, I hear you. I will tell you, traffic is a two-edged sword. Neighborhoods tell me they want traffic enforcement. We put it there, and we end up writing most of the people who live in the neighborhoods. Um, but yeah, we're trying to do some more. We talked about traffic enforcement early on. We're trying to do some more with that. But I want to make very, very clear, our number one priority in this city is always going to be geared toward violence, toward violent crime. That's where we have to, and like I said, we have some shortages. We are aware. We tried to put some things in place for some overtime assignments for traffic enforcement, for DUI enforcement. Um, but that's one of the reasons I really want this academy filled in January as we move forward. That's one, I don't have that dedicated traffic division that I used to have, and I want to get that back up and running. PD is giving out free gun locks, please. Oh, okay. Uh, Steve Pennington. Steve, hope all is well, man. It was good to see you the other night, and I hope things are well. Jules, there you are back. I met one of your dispatchers last week. What an amazing woman she is. You have an amazing team. Jules, I'll tell you, we have a captain now with our dispatchers, Morgan Tegens. Laura McCartney's just done an amazing job. Continues. That is a phenomenal group of people. I cannot tell you how valuable they are to this department. Um, I tell you, I give my secrets away. We deliver myself and the other chiefs usually deliver like some desserts, some pies around Thanksgiving and Christmas, on Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, and dispatch, man. Let me tell you, they can put together a spread, but they are great people. They even one even let me dispatch the other day, and I was nervous. I was nervous, but they're great people. I love them. They do such a great job and a tremendous asset to this department and community. I'm glad. I'll pass that on. That's great. I'm glad you got to meet one. Um, Merry Christmas to you and the members of your department. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Hannah. I appreciate that. And I'll take every prayer. That means a lot. Our son, YAPC member Abdullah, yep, is listening. He said hi and Merry Christmas to you and all the staff. He got appointed to the U.S. Coast Guard Academy over the weekend and a letter of assurance by the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. Each service elected official using nominations. They commended you and your efforts for youth outreach. We thank you much for offering amazing opportunities. Lieutenant Morgan and the officers have made a huge difference in our son's future. Wow. Are you trying to get me choked up? Yeah, I was doing pretty good. Abdullah, your son is a very special young man. He's got a place in my heart. He's been with us a while, and he's done one of our promotional guest speakers at our ceremony. But you should be very proud, and you all did an amazing job raising that young man. I think he'll do great things. I think he'll have great achievements, and I think he'll do great things for our city and this country. He is a very special and unique young man. I'm proud of him. Proud of him. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much. Nancy, is there a coalition between all your local cities to exchange ideas? Yes, Nancy, there's several coalitions. There's plenty of people that are talking and best practices. We also get reports, not just in this area, but across the country. There's the Virginia Associations of Chiefs of Police. The city managers meet. The assistant city managers meet. We have a Peninsula Chiefs and Sheriffs meeting. There's the 7 cities police chiefs that meet. There's the PERF is probably one of the biggest across the nation, where police chiefs and police executives talk about what works, what doesn't work, after action reports. How do you do better if you have a school shooting? How do you do? What are best practices in recruiting? What do we see people leaving this profession for? What are some of those reasons? What is the best new technology? There's all kinds of groups talking all the time, and we've even sent people out of state to hear that one-on-one, or have Zoom meetings. Mayors talk across the region. Absolutely. The answer to that is absolutely. Um, try, small group. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we certainly, yes. Kelly, happy holidays, Chief. It's definitely a community cause, not just the schools and PD, but all of us. Kelly, thank you so much. Rennie, keep the message to the youth and request the schools to send out a message also. Post your clip on. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's wow. That's okay. Liz, Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for all that you did, helping put the parade and everything together. You guys did a great job, and congratulations on winning one of the best decorated homes. Congratulations, Liz. Kylie, Chief, ever since my brother, police officer Austin White, graduated a few weeks ago, I've been thinking about joining. Thank you for being a great role model. Well, I think you would do an amazing job, and you tell me you applied, you call me, and we'll make sure that application gets pushed to the front of the line. All right? Let's do it. You do an amazing job. Wow. You do. How come everybody's getting to me today, Sarah? That's where it should be. Hopefully, maybe it'll freeze up. Thank you, Kylie. I appreciate that. Sometimes you have to know where to hang. Appreciate that, Steve. I understand. No hard feelings, man. It's all good. I wish you the best. Miss Spratley, I know gun violence hits all races, but when we're able to call black on black violence what it is, and we as black people don't need to offend other races. Well, I'll tell you, Miss Spratley, you speak your heart. You know, you've helped us with our use of force review board. You've been to community meetings. You speak your heart, and I know, I also know you deliver Bibles to individuals in the hospital, but I also know you go to crime scenes, and some that I wish you would not go to by yourself. But I know you have a passion for people. I'll tell you, it doesn't matter to me anyone's race. It doesn't matter to me where they live, what their income is, what their zip code. I don't care about their gender. When gun violence happens, I can tell you, I've seen enough red to last me a lifetime. We're all in this together. We're all in this together, regardless of our race and skin color. Michelle, Miss Bradley, I appreciate you. Thank you. Michelle, Chief Grinstead was my SRO. Yes, we are old. Merry Christmas. Chief Grinstead was your SRO. I just left a meeting with him. He reminds me about that all the time. I won't give him a hard time about his age. He won't give me a hard time about. You know, that man's been here 10 years in law enforcement longer than me. He got better hair than I do. It bothers me. How did I don't? You know what? I'm not even sure it's real. I'm not even sure it's real. If anybody's got any information on Chief Grinstead, you can bring it forward. I'm not even sure it's real. It's always, yeah, I know. He tells me, you ain't got any hair. I know. No, I think he's done just about every position in this department that we have, and probably some that we don't even have anymore. But you know what? He's been here almost 40 years, and he loves this city. He comes to work every morning talking about this city. He's a gem here, believe me. His whole family. I don't know if you're able to say, but was there a shooting incident at Heritage Trace yesterday? Not that I'm aware of, Miss Bradley. Not that I'm aware of. Hey, Chief, would you be able to repeat the homicide and shooting stats this year? Sure. So I don't have the shooting numbers in front of me, man. It's on my desk. I will tell you. Somebody had sent me like, Chief, why aren't the stats up on the Facebook? I will tell you, we have spent a lot of money going to a better and newer system or upgrading. I have to make sure that some of the data meshes together. We're trying to work through that, and I don't want to put out bad information. Here's what I can tell you for a fact. I was looking at just the last 4 months of where we're at, right? So the last 4 months of this year, September, October, November, December. I was comparing that because I kind of want to look at as we move into the new year. So September, October, November, December of last year, we had 10, 12, 14 homicides. And isn't it? Yeah, because I think about it all. We had 14 homicides the last 4 months of the year last year. This year, September, October, November, December, we have 5. We had 1 in September, 1 in October, 1 in November, and we have 6 now because we had 1 Saturday. We have 6. We had 3 last week. 1 Monday afternoon, 1 Tuesday night at the high school, and then Saturday. Sunday afternoon. So we have 6. So we're still about half of where we were the latter part of last year. But because we had a big spike the first part of the year, we now are at 28 homicides compared to 25 last year. Our clearance rate for homicides this year is 80%. The national average is 62.3. So we're clearing cases. We're determining what those issues are that cause, whether it be domestic. Most of our homicides are people that know each other, that have interaction. Ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, new boyfriend meets old boyfriend. People going back and forth on social media. There are some that have been retaliation, but for a large majority, people know each other. I think that's one thing that's helped us solve them so quickly. And I will say this: the citizens are coming forward more and more often. To have that type of clearance, 80% clearance rate is unheard of. That's huge for a city our size. That's huge. Now, if you live in a small department and have 4 homicides and clear 3, that's 75%. But that's 4 homicides. We're at 28 now. 28 too many, by the way. Um, and our shootings are up about 7 or 8 from where they were this time last year. But the homicide is the one that I can tell you for sure exact numbers that we were Sunday afternoon was our 28th, and we had 25 when we ended the year last year. So far, the last 4 months of the year this year, we've had 6. The last 4 months of last year, we had 14. We had our big spike came at the beginning of the year this year and sort of beginning of summer. We started to see a turn there. Like I said, we only had 1 in September, only 1 in October, and only 1 in November. But let me stop there. When I say only 1, every one of those incidents is a person. It's a family. It's a community. It's our city. But I also want to look at data-driven and evidence-based and look at our strategies. Are we solving homicides that we're having? Are we seeing an increase and not solving? That would be whole nother conversation. But I don't lose. Please don't take when I say what our numbers were that I know those are people. Believe me, I know those are people. I know those are people. Gun violence is getting out of hand. Steve, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Steve. Allison, thank you for being so open to the community media. I hope you have a great holiday. Last question from me. What's the most common way NPD is seeing youth get their hands on guns? I know I've heard from other departments, unlock cars is a biggie. Do you have a plan of tracking this gun flow? So Allison, a couple things. Our department partners a lot with the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. We have an individual on that task force. Every firearm we recover, and we've recovered well over 800 this year, we trace. Where did it come from? We see a lot from out of state, individuals that have guns stolen from their homes, individuals that have guns stolen out of their cars, absolutely. But it's also very common for an individual to have a firearm and give it to another individual and then sell it to another individual. We see the same gun in multiple people's hands that moves around. So there's multiple reasons, multiple issues. Some that are sold illegally, right? How they're transferred, traded, right? But there's way too many guns in circulation in our community, and way too many people that can't control themselves to pull those triggers. That's a great point. Chief, would you be able to read? We already did the Hummer. Happy holiday.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Happy holiday to you, my friend. Whoa, we'll slow down just a little bit.
That's just
I know, but that just helped me keep it gets me all jacked up. I look like I'm doing circles with my eyes. Congratulations to Dula. Okay, all right. Eric, saw you at the Hilton Parade. Had my truck in. It was a blast. Eric, I had a good time. It was good people out there. I got to walk that. Councilman Jenkins was out there as well. Had the other chiefs were with me. We had a really good conversation, interacting with the community. Hilton's a special place, man. They got a strong community. There's several in this city, but to see them come out and the kids on their bicycles and all that, it was a good. I had a lot of fun. That was a great event. We love Chief Grinstead. I'll be sure to pass that along, Ms. Rollins. Thank you. William, I am in the military police. Would love to work for the Newport News Police Department when I get out of the Army. William, let me tell you, I'll tell you right now. Oh, see, William, you're going to get me fired up here at the end of this. I think one of the areas that we don't do enough recruiting is in our military. William, I'm telling you right now, come join our department and bring some buddies with you. This department is full of veterans. Chief Grinstead is in the Navy. We have individuals here from the Army, the Marine Corps. This is a great to continue on, right? To continue on serving your country, to serve the citizens of Newport News. William, as soon as you get out, give me a call. You'll be number 2 on our list, right? Kylie beat you for number 1. But listen, I would love to have you join this department. Any friends? I want to start a buddy program too, right? So if people join the department, they come in together, we're going to get you in the same precinct together. we have those opportunities where if people join the department, we can have you where you work in the same precinct. We have that ability. So if you like to do that, man, come on. And look, don't wait till you get through. Let us get your application and start backgrounding while you're still in. And then, man, when you transition, it's walking out one and into the other. We'd love to have you, William. I'd love to meet with you. That sounds great. Debbie, have a Merry Christmas. Debbie, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you so much. It was so a couple. I think I hit on most. We're still going to have a big push, a big focus on mental health in our community, the way we respond, our CARES Act, our CARES team, working with the fire department and our paramedics and our clinicians. But I also have a big push to focus on the mental health of our officers, right? The stuff that they see and deal with. I want to do the very best I can to make sure they're okay. Not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally, right? And let me share this with you before I wish everyone a happy holiday. This past, and this is for our community and our department. This past Sunday morning, I received a phone call from several individuals that had let me know that we lost a family member in this department. Sergeant Jerry Luce passed away with some complications. He was a tremendous sergeant in this department, tremendous detective, investigator, tremendous officer. But his best asset was his friendship and how he cared about this community and this department. He leaves behind his mother and father, brother and sister, and his significant other. I'm out of respect, I won't put her name out. But Jay, I want you to know that, Jay being the initial, I want you to know that we love you and that we're going to wrap our arms around you. It was a tragic loss and it was unexpected. Jerry and I, when I first got here, we used to kid each other a lot. And he loved to pick and have fun and cut up, and I miss him. I miss some of the conversations we had, just whether I was getting on, walking down the building or out or at a crime scene, and he controlled a room. But officers who worked for him know that when he was there, he cared about them and he could control the scene. He had a great deal of knowledge. I got to talk to some officers just Monday, and I saw people get choked up and tears in their eye. There's no good way. There's no book to tell you how to get through those moments of grief. Now, we did things with our CISM team, and we were checking on each other and even partnered with the fire department if need be for future just welfare checks on each other. But I want this department to know, the leadership, that you all are valued. This department, I try to run it like a family. We don't always agree on everything. We're going to have our disagreements and our bumps in the roads, but at my core, I love you. You matter to me. This is not just, you're not just a code number here. You're not just a number. You matter. And Jerry mattered. We will have a memorial service. Out of respect, we will allow the family to do what they need to do first, but we will have a memorial service. We have individuals that are touch base with benefits, a point of contact. We have a direct point of contact with the family and a direct point of contact here with our city HR division. Matter of fact, on Sunday afternoon, after I got the news Sunday morning, we had a meeting of our command staff and Miss Witherspoon from the city HR just to make sure we had everything moving the right direction, that we knew what our department was doing. So Jerry, I miss you. I know you're looking down on us. Jay, I want you to know we're going to wrap our arms around you. You may get tired of us, but that's what we do here. We care about each other. And to lose one of our own that served this community and this city the way he did, with humor and fun, and to come to work every day, it made a difference. Jerry Luce, Sergeant Jerry Luce, made a difference in this community and this department. And I love you, my friend. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. So how we get through this is we get through it as like a family, right? We lean on each other, we check on each other. and remember those good moments with Sergeant Luce. And he certainly has some big shoes to fill. It's one of the reasons we're trying to get some of these sergeant promotions done. But yeah, he'll never be forgotten. It was a great addition, and he's a great, outstanding individual. And I was proud to work with him. If he was here, we'd probably be teasing each other about crime and the weather and how they relate to each other. But he's a great, great individual. Chris. Thank you, my friend. Listen, look. I think I made up for the time I was late. Right, I was 5 minutes late, and only 10 minutes over. I appreciate all those that have chimed in and spent some time with me today. Um, um, uh, uh, thank you for spending time with me today. We're going to do this again at 6 o'clock, right, Sarah? I apologize about the freezing up. I don't know if that's. I can tell you this: I didn't touch anything. I ain't kicked anything. We'll continue to work on that. I so greatly apologize, but if you couldn't watch the whole, I hope I got some of your questions. If I skipped any, Sarah and I will go back through it. If we see anything that we missed, we'll be reaching out to you or send some direct messages. So I apologize for that. Sorry for getting choked up. Sorry for going off on some tangents about gun violence and those things. But right now, those are just important to me. And um, remember, all of us matter. If anyone can't tune back in this evening at 6 o'clock, I know the hustle bustle of the holidays. I want to wish you, your families, a very, very Merry Christmas. Please be mindful of others. We are so blessed. There are those that don't know where their next meal's coming from, that don't know where their next paycheck is coming from. I see all things that Sharon Scott did with the food drive, and Dr. Cherry did with the toys down in South. I was able to go over to the library over there on Main Street and see the train and all the arts and crafts. I got a great reindeer ornament from a special friend of mine. She was just so precious. There are so many people doing so many things in this city. Just remember those who are not as fortunate and that are suffering loss. But I want to wish all of you a very, very Merry Christmas. I appreciate you. You all matter. And again, to the men and women of this department, happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas. And we'll do this again at 6 o'clock. Apologize for going over. Take care.